And welcome back. As we mentioned earlier, there is so much going on down at the Branson IMAX. Tom is still there. This time he has another very special guest I'm eager to hear from. Tom, who are you talking to now?
Well, as you can see, this is Mr. Morton Dean. You have seen him on CBS. Well, the thing that we're really going to focus is a part of his journey on CBS where he spent so much time in Vietnam. He was our correspondent there. Again, Mr. Dean, thank you very much for being with us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, now you have a documentary, a film that is in, the Military Film Festival here. Tell us about it if you would.
Well, it's called American Medevac, and it had its beginning almost 50 years ago when I was assigned to Vietnam by CBS News and found my way at a aid station called Hawk Hill and talked my way and brought my crew with me, obviously, onto a mission to go rescue 3 wounded American servicemen from an enemy-infested rice paddy. And we shot all of that and never forgot about those men, never forgot about the people they rescued. And many, many years later, about 7 years ago, I had been to Vietnam and came back, and there was a message. I began to believe in mysticism. There was a message from the pilot and who wanted to say hello. It was on Facebook, and I got his number and called him and said, "You were just featured on the piece we did for the Cronkite Show. I ran it on a ship when we were cruising over to Vietnam." So we talked about doing a memoir, a documentary, and he said, that would be great.
Well, okay, now you have covered events, historic events, all over the world. Why did you pick this one to make a documentary about?
Well, that's a good question. As you say, it could have been any number of interesting people and interesting stories to follow up. But there was something I always remembered about the medevac crew, and that was that they exemplified an American ideal. And that is when the call came to the 236 Dust-Off group, which was the group that I filmed, nobody said, well, before we go out, who are these wounded? What's their skin tone? Are they black or tan or white? If they pray, where do they pray? Do they go to a mosque, a church, or a synagogue? Where are their parents from? Where are they from? None of that mattered. All that cared was somebody needed their help.
Is conflict like this, is this something that you have found that really does bring out the best in the people who are there?
Well, it certainly brings out the best in a lot of people because they, I've been to a number of places where troubled precincts of the world where Americans were being shot at, and you just see how much they care for each other, and they are willing to risk their own lives to save the lives of people they don't even know, which was true of the medevac crew. They didn't know any of the people they rescued, but they went out day after day and night after night, no matter what the weather, no matter what the combat situation, and risked their own lives to save other people.
It seems to be a step above what I think a lot of us think of as just duty. It seems to be above that even.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely.
When are people going to be able to see your film here?
Well, it's going to be on in the morning, on Wednesday morning, and I think it's 8 o'clock or thereabouts. And the thing I like to remember is when I showed the first cut before I had finished the hour-long documentary, cutting it, a Medal of Honor recipient by the name of Paul Buca, a Vietnam veteran. I showed it to him. He was an old friend, and he said, what this is going to do to the people who watch it is it's going to change their view about veterans. And once they see this, they're never going to think about veterans in the same way that they thought about them before.
It seems to be the purpose of so many documentaries, films. It's to go beyond just a tale, a story. It's a learning, a growing experience.
Well, that is true. And all the documentaries that are featured here are documentaries that get into the hearts and souls of the people who are out there doing the war fighting. Yeah. Hey,
Mr. Dean,
thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
What you've done.
Well, thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it.
You come to the IMAX Entertainment Center. See Mr. Dean's film. See everyone's film. You'll learn something. Trust me. Back to you.
You will indeed, Tom. Thanks so much. And up next, Billy Dove, the forward